Welcome back to Girls in the Garden podcast. Today we're going to be talking about the story of Ruth. Let's get going. Okay, so I'm going to start in Ruth 1. I'm going to read 1 through 11. Just to preface, these are some hard names, so if I screw up, just note. Okay, so starting, it says, during the time of the judges, there was a famine in the land. A man left Bethlehem in Judah with his wife and 2 sons to stay in the territory of Moab for a while. The man was Elimelech, and his wife's name was Naomi. The names of the 2 sons were Mahlon and Chilion. Sure. They were Ephrathites from Bethlehem and Judah. They entered the fields of Moab and settled there. Naomi's husband Elimelech died, and she was left with her 2 sons. Her sons took Moabite women as their wives. One was named Oprah, and the second was named Ruth. After they lived in Moab about 10 years, both Mahlon and Chilion also died, and the woman was left without her 2 children and without her husband. She and her daughter-in-law set out to return from the territory of Moab because she had heard in Moab that the Lord had paid attention to his people's needs by providing them food. She left the place where she had been living, accompanied by her 2 daughter-in-laws, and traveled along the road leading back to the land of Judah. Naomi said to them, "Each of you go back to your mother's home. May the Lord show kindness to you as you have shown to the dead and to me. May the Lord grant each of you and the rest of your house a new husband." She kissed them, and they wept loudly. They said to her, "We insist on returning with you to your people." But Naomi replied, "Return home, my daughters. Why do you want to go with me? Am I able to have any more sons who could become your husbands?"
That's so sad.
It's very sad.
All the guys died.
There's so much in this.
Okay, so starting out with verse 1, in the days of that the judges ruled in Israel, that's basically, so that's like right before like the first King Saul. So that's kind of the time period that we're looking at here. And then, so basically, kind of to translate this a little bit, is famine's going on in Bethlehem, and this family's like, grass is greener on the other side. So that's where they started digging their hole. And it just got deeper and deeper from there. So basically, they go over, and then like all this stuff happens. Her husband dies, and so, but her sons get married to these Moabite women, which you might be like, oh, they found love. No, this was not a good thing at all. So it was like the Moabites and the Hebrew people, the Israelite people, they were not supposed to mix. They were water and oil. They were enemies. They did not like each other, and God did not want them to like get married and have children and all that. So in them taking Orpah and Ruth as their wives was a sin in itself. So they just keep on digging this hole, and then the children die and all that. But basically, just like basically Naomi's family is like turning away from, not intentionally turning away from God, but like they're basically like, okay, here's the rules, we're just gonna ignore them, and they're suffering some consequences right now. And basically that's pretty much the context of that. And Bethlehem was 30 miles away from wherever it was, and it doesn't say like where in the journey that she told them that they could go home, but it was somewhere in there.
That's sad. It's really sad, and it's devastating because I think, especially in this time period, like women were married. Like you didn't see a single women, but now all 3 of them were left without their husbands.
Guys were really like the provider of the household.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
women stayed home,
worked,
take care of the kids.
Yeah.
You know, done chores, household work, cooked. But like the men were the providers.
So like their safety, their protection, it was all gone at this point.
And like the courage that Ruth had to not turn away.
Well, we haven't got there yet.
Oh, we haven't got there yet. No. Sorry.
Really, the courage, because like, okay, say it was all of us. We're all married and our husbands die. I mean, that's like insane.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I know they were scared out of their minds.
Well, then like,
because like, what's gonna happen?
Just in my mind, like, I feel bad for Naomi, especially because she lost her husband and her sons. But then also, you can really see how she's grieving here, because she says, "Return home, my daughters. Why do you want to go with me? Am I able to have any more sons who could become your husbands?" Like, she's like, "Okay, you're only with me like
because it was
you have to be, like, because of obligation, because you know, you were married into my family."
Yeah.
And so I feel like it's such a painful situation to be in, to like have this support system and then like in the blink of an eye it's gone. And I mean, like you're saying, like men are the providers of the house at this point in time. Like those are the standards set for them. And so not only that, but like to be a widowed woman was not something to be proud of. Like
In a foreign land.
It was, in a foreign land. It's not like, it was really hard to be accepted as that because you were looked down upon extremely. Verse 12 through 22. It says, "Return home, my daughters, go on, for I am too old to have another husband. Even if I thought there was still hope for me to have a husband tonight and to bear sons, would you be willing to wait for them to grow up? Would you restrain yourselves from remarrying? No, my daughters, my life is much too better for you to share, because the Lord has turned against me." Again they wept loudly, and Orpah kissed her mother-in-law, but Ruth clung to her. Naomi said, "Look, your sister-in-law has gone back to her people and her gods. Follow your sister-in-law." But Ruth replied, "Don't plead with me to abandon you, or to return and not follow you. For wherever you go, I will go, and wherever you live, I will live. Your people will be my people, and your God will be my God. Where you die, I will die, and there I will be buried. May the Lord punish me, and do so severely, if anything but death separates you and me." When Naomi saw that Ruth was determined to go with her, she stopped talking to her. The two of them traveled until they came to Bethlehem. When they entered Bethlehem, the whole town was excited about their arrival, and the local women exclaimed, "Can this be Naomi?" "Don't call me Naomi, call me Mara," she answered, "for the Almighty has made me very bitter. I went away full, but the Lord has brought me back empty. Why do you call me Naomi, since the Lord has opposed me, and the Almighty has afflicted me?" So Naomi came back from the territory of Moab with her daughter-in-law Ruth the Moabitess. They arrived in Bethlehem at the beginning of the barley harvest.
Basically, all I have to say is Ruth left everything. If you look at it, she left her culture. She left her family. She left her home.
Really, everything she knew.
She left her gods. She left everything. And the crazy thing about it was she wasn't getting anything. She was actually downgrading from what she had. So like, and all she knew that she had was Naomi. So for instance, Ruth comes, okay, she's young, she's pretty, she can get remarried real easy.
Like, why would she want me?
But she's like, no, I want Naomi. So now she's going to a place where she's gonna be hated by other people. Because we gotta remember, these people, they clashed, they did not like each other. So like, she's basically, okay, home, comfy, love them.
New world,
that everybody hates me.
She was very brave. Because like, I could, I mean, if I utterly had to, but like I would not, I mean, so hard to be voluntarily, let me go to this new place.
Let me go to this one place where everyone literally hates me for what I believe in, and
I'm gonna leave everything
what I stand for,
and go for everything new. Like,
I mean, the amount of just like sacrifice that you have to like be like, okay, I'm gonna leave everything, and then I'm gonna go with you. And Naomi's like, are you stupid? Like, why are you, like, go with her? What do you mean you're gonna stay? And so I feel like, I don't know, because at this point, did she believe in God, or?
Has she already said your gods will be my gods?
Yes.
Your
So
gods
she does.
That's the point where it's like, and that's such a beautiful thing, because she went from an outsider of God's family into God's family, which is like, it's such a beautiful thing, because now she is in the genealogy of Jesus. This dirty Moabite woman is in the genealogy of Jesus, and there's only like very few women, and it's like, that is insane to think about. But
it's like one of the things you read in like the Old Testament, you go to the New Testament, you're like, I know her.
the light bulb moment. We'll probably talk about that more during like the kinsman redeemer of Boaz, because there's a whole a whole turkey to unpack.
she's prepared.
It is incredible.
A whole what?
Whole turkey to unpack.
I don't know where that came from.
I didn't know what you said.
Just have one. A whole
turkey. My dog killed a
and
turkey,
all.
and it's like out in our backyard.
No, it's feathers now.
No, it's gone.
You know what's
Bye.
funny? You know what's funny is like how they're both so stubborn. Like Naomi's like, you know what? I'm not going to talk to you anymore because you just won't leave me alone. But we're just like, I don't care. I'm coming with you. It's so funny.
She reminds me of Donkey and Shrek on the way home.
They are, but like it's funny because I feel like you need that in your life. You need people to be like, you know what? I don't care what you want. I'm not leaving. I'm staying here. Like you need loyal people. I feel like it's so funny because they're like complete opposite.
I don't care if you want to be alone. I'm gonna be here for you.
They needed each other at the time.
It's like those sad scenes out of like the dog movies where it's like, go away, I don't want you.
And it's like, no,
the dog won't leave.
Come on, get you biscuit eater.
And then the guy who's saying to go away cries and hugs his dog. I mean, it's like,
yeah. It's funny.
What's funny thing is just like, you don't want the things to happen that are happening. Like the circumstances are so depressing and it's horrible, but like they understand that some capacity they need each other. And I feel like Ruth is here like, I'm not leaving you alone.
Yeah.
You know, like I've known you for a decade. I'm not just going to drop you at the drop of a hat because things went south. And then Naomi's like, but it's better for you to leave, so leave. And it's just a beautiful thing to see like, okay, guess we're in this together now, you know. It's
because either way they'd be alone. I mean, maybe they'd be alone, Ruth would be alone for some time, so I think that's fine. But she's like, I'm not talking to you anymore. Well, get over it.
It kind of reminds me of like that one walk that Donkey and Shrek do. And he's like, go home, Donkey.
And Donkey's just talking to him. He's not responding. He's just talking to him about love.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching this episode of Girls in the Garden podcast. We hope you enjoyed it and at least learned one thing from it. Bye.